paramount of sadness was just crushing me. My life was not moving forward, not even friends. I knew I could get him back. I was being too harsh, lower the bars a little bit. I wanted to go back to him so desperately. Should I not say no so fast? Hi love, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing one of my romantic experiences with you. I'm holding this candle in my hands just to add a little warmth to this video. I think the lighting is generally really nice. The story started in mid-February when I first met this guy at Starbucks. He ordered a coffee and ordered for me a tea because I don't drink any coffee, and some cakes. We were exchanging some of our basic information, what we do, what we like, and some family information. It went well, generally I would say. The guy seems very honest, very compassionate, very kind, very nice, very friendly, because he works at a hospital and he needs to deal with patients on a daily basis. But he's not a doctor, he's an administrative staff who comfort patients from time to time. So he developed this compassion characteristics and makes him very thoughtful and caring. He left me an overall good impression that he's a very nice person, someone I could definitely be friends with. He has a very strong passion for photography and an eye for landscape. He shoots beautiful, beautiful pictures and stunning landscape. Nevertheless, I didn't really have this butterfly feelings in my stomach, but I thought if I give it a bit of time and if I see him a few more times, maybe I will develop those feelings for him. So it's alright. We saw each other a few more times afterwards. We got to know each other a bit more. It went well, generally. It was pleasant to be with him, but more on the friend side. I sometimes get confused myself, be like, should I stop seeing him because I don't have this passion for him? But I thought relationship is not only about passion and love, it's mutual understanding and respect, something that's more long lasting. I should focus more on the other aspects because of my previous relationships, I've been chasing love and that feeling of love at first sight. So I thought, this time I will do something different. I continued to date with this guy, and I was only seeing him when we were having the dates. Because I wanted to avoid my past mistakes, I was kind of giving a lot of effort into how to make this work. I know that he really likes me romantically, and he wanted to have something more than just touching hands and having goodbye hugs in the end of the dates. So there was one time he drove me back home after a dinner date. He was on the driver's seat over here, I was on the passenger seat, and I felt that he wanted to have something more. He wanted to kiss on my lip. But at that time, I was really confused with my own emotion. I was thinking in my head, do I like this guy enough to give him a kiss? I just wanted to leave as soon as possible. And he turned on the lights in the car, and then he extended his hand and put it on my cheek and trying to turn my face over so he could kiss me on my lip. And I did not want to do that. At that time, I just did not have the feeling of being able to kiss him on the lip. And that was it. So I resisted. However, he did not really stop there, and then instead I just gave my cheek to him, and so he kissed on my cheek. And then we said goodbye. I went up to my house. When it happened, I did not give any thought. At night, when I was replaying back all the details, I felt something was off. I felt a little forced by him to be kissed by him. He's not the first guy who wanted to have the kiss after the date, and I totally understand that. But in my past experiences, when a girl gives really clear body language that she does not want to be kissed, usually the guy just stops or they don't continue. The girls would give very clear body language expression whether they want to be kissed or not. But however, that when I was really reluctantly not turning my head, I was still feeling the force on his paw of trying to turn my head over, which felt a bit uneasy. And that's when I thought, this is a clear red flag, and I should not be seeing this guy again. On the second day, I messaged him, hey, do you have a few minutes? Could we have a quick call? He was already sensing something was coming up, so he asked, what's wrong? If I needed something, I said, no, I just wanted to say something. I typed in a message like what I was feeling and experiencing, and what he did yesterday, even though it was something really small, it was not okay. And I said that explicitly, I will not be seeing you anymore. We should call it off. I don't know if it was too much of saying such words after something that some people might regard it as something minor or just a small inconvenience of what happened. What I believe is, even though it was a small incident, but it's part of his personality. It's how he makes the decision and choices in life that made him take that move. And as girls, we should not overlook those small details in their behaviors. We had our final talk on the second day evening, giving each other feedback and having the final words. And during that phone call, I told him that, yeah, you can delete me afterwards because we're not seeing each other anymore. And he said, please don't. Like, what if you're ill one day? You can still call me up. I'm at the hospital, so if you need anything, I could still be of help and stuff like this. It was really kind of him, like offering this. Maybe in the back of his mind that maybe I will change my mind or one day go back and find him. And I did not want to be cold-blooded and just like delete him afterwards. On the phone call, I said, we cannot be friends anymore. We won't have any friendship after what happened. He said he's very, very sad. He really, really liked me and he apologized for what happened. I accepted the apology and then extended my appreciation. That's how we ended our last call. Looking back, it has been almost a month. He's still a nice person. Everything was generally going well until that moment. But immediately when I saw something that's crossing the line, I called it off. I don't know if I was being too harsh or having too high standards, but that was the decision that I made. I did not want to compromise my values or my expectations for myself. After we had our final call, 1.5 weeks afterwards, I started to go into this very, very depressive mode. Paramount of sadness was just crushing me. And I feel like my life was not moving forward. I was not going out. I don't put on makeup or dress up for myself. I do not have more friends to hang out with, so that gave me less opportunity for going out. I was in a very sad and depressed state of my life, and that made me want to turn back to him. At least when we were going on dates, I was looking presentable. And then I was alone, all by myself. I am being utterly alone and not really have people to talk with. And that makes me want to compromise some of my standards, lower the bars a little bit. But guess what I did at that time? After our final call, I was feeling really, really sad and depressed. I knew what was happening. And knowing myself, I knew I wanted to go back to him. I wanted to go back to him so desperately. And I knew I could get him back. So what I did was very smart. On a non-typical day, I was feeling relatively okay. I quickly grabbed my phone, I searched him up, and I deleted him from my phone. Yep, I deleted him. Removed him from my contacts forever. Just knowing that potentially one day down the road, when I'm super weak and not being able to control my emotions, I wanted to go back to him. My past self eliminated him from my contact list, so I will not be able to contact him when I'm feeling weak and sad. Yeah, that's what I did. So I made this decision that would seem good for myself on the long term, but it's giving me a really, really hard time right now because now I don't have anyone to turn to, and started to make me feel regretful for rejected him in the first place. If I have not done that, at least I could have someone to talk with and call up right now. But because I deleted him and no one will be comforting me except myself, I have to take care of myself right now. I made this decision in the past, but my future self regretted it so much. Human is a complicated creature. What else can I say? That's all I have to say for this experience. I don't know, what do you think? Was I being too harsh? Was I having too high standards and having huge expectations? Should I not say no so fast? I don't know. I'm a little confused right now. Yeah. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think and see you in the next video. Bye bye.